Welcome to Supernova. Starting a business can be an exciting and rewarding experience, but it also requires a significant amount of financial resources. Whether you're building a tech startup, launching a new product, or opening a physical storefront, you'll need capital to get your business off the ground and keep it running. In this video, we'll go over some tips and strategies to help you secure the funding you need to turn your startup dreams into a reality. We'll cover everything from identifying your funding needs and exploring different types of funding to pitching investors and preparing a strong financial plan. So if you're an entrepreneur looking to fund your startup, stay tuned for some valuable insights and advice. Part 1. Identify your funding needs. Identifying your funding needs is a critical step in the process of fundraising for your startup or early-stage business. This involves assessing the amount of money you need to start and grow your business, and understanding the different types of funding sources available to you. To identify your funding needs, you should first create a detailed financial plan that outlines your startup costs, operational expenses, and revenue projections. This can help you determine how much funding you need to cover your expenses and achieve your growth goals. To identify your funding needs, you should start by creating a detailed budget for your startup. This budget should include all the expenses you will incur during the startup phase, such as equipment and supplies, rent and utilities, marketing and advertising, salaries and benefits for employees, legal and accounting fees, insurance and taxes, research and development. Once you have a comprehensive list of all the expenses you will incur, you can calculate the total amount of funding needed to cover these costs. You may also want to add a cushion to this estimate to account for unexpected expenses or delays. Identifying your funding needs is an important step in the startup process because it helps you determine how much money you need to raise and what types of funding are most appropriate for your business. It can also help you avoid the common mistake of underestimating your expenses, which can lead to cash flow problems and even failure. Overall, identifying your funding needs is crucial for building a solid financial plan for your startup, which is essential for ensuring its success and growth. Part 2. Types of funding. There are several types of funding you can explore, including Number 1. Bootstrapping. Bootstrapping is a term used to describe the process of starting and growing a business using a minimal amount of external funding or resources. In other words, it's when an entrepreneur uses their own personal savings or the profits generated by the business to fund its growth, rather than seeking outside investment or borrowing from lenders. Bootstrapping can be a challenging approach to starting and growing a business, but it can also be a rewarding one for those who are willing to put in the hard work and be patient with the process. Number 2. Friends and family. Friends and family is a term used to describe a common source of funding for startups, where entrepreneurs seek financial support from their personal networks, such as their family members, friends, or acquaintances. This type of funding is often referred to as friends and family funding, FFF. FFF funding can be an attractive option for entrepreneurs who are just starting their businesses because it can be more accessible, flexible, and cost-effective than other types of financing. Friends and family members may be willing to provide loans, invest in the business, or even donate money without requiring the same level of due diligence and formal agreements that other investors or lenders would demand. Number 3. Crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is a fundraising strategy that involves using the internet and social media platforms to raise money from a large number of people, typically through small contributions. The concept behind crowdfunding is to pool small amounts of money from a large number of individuals to support a project or business idea, usually in exchange for rewards or equity in the company. Crowdfunding can be a viable funding option for startups because it allows entrepreneurs to tap into a global network of potential supporters and investors who may be interested in their product or service. It also provides an opportunity for startups to build a community of early adopters and brand advocates who can help promote the business and provide valuable feedback. Number 4. Angel investors. Angel investors are high net worth individuals who provide funding to startups and early-stage businesses in exchange for equity ownership or convertible debt. These investors typically invest in companies that have high growth potential and can offer a potentially high return on investment. Angel investors are often entrepreneurs themselves, who have successfully started and grown their own businesses and are now looking to invest in new and promising ventures. They can provide not only financial support but also valuable industry expertise, mentorship, and networking opportunities. Number 5. Venture capital. Venture capital, VC, is a type of private equity financing provided to startups and early-stage companies with high growth potential. Venture capital firms typically invest in these companies in exchange for equity ownership, with the goal of helping them grow and eventually achieve an exit through an initial public offering, IPO, or acquisition. VC firms provide more than just funding. They also offer strategic guidance, industry expertise, and access to valuable networks of contacts. Venture capitalists typically take an active role in the management of the companies they invest in, often sitting on their boards of directors and providing guidance and support to help them succeed. Each type of funding has its pros and cons, and you should choose the one that best fits your business and goals. Part 3. Pitching investors. Pitching investors is the process of presenting your business idea to potential investors with the goal of securing funding. The goal of the pitch is to convince investors that your business is worth investing in and that you have a solid plan for growth and profitability. When pitching investors, it's important to be prepared and professional. This includes having a clear and concise pitch deck that outlines your business idea, market opportunity, competitive advantage, financial projections, and your team's qualifications. You should also be able to answer any questions the investors may have and be able to articulate your vision and goals for the company. In addition to preparing a strong pitch, it's also important to research and target the right investors. This means identifying investors who have a track record of investing in companies in your industry or stage of development, and who may be interested in your specific business idea. When pitching investors, it's also important to be realistic and transparent about the risks and challenges your business may face, as well as any potential downsides to investing. This can help build trust and credibility with potential investors, and increase your chances of securing the funding you need to grow your business. Overall, pitching investors is a critical step in the fundraising process for startups and early-stage businesses. A successful pitch can not only help you secure the funding you need to get your business off the ground, but it can also help you build relationships with investors and stakeholders that can support your growth and success over the long term. In conclusion, funding your startup can be a daunting task, but with the right strategy and preparation, you can increase your chances of success. Remember to identify your funding needs, explore different funding options, and prepare a strong pitch. Good luck, and happy funding! Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to our channel. We will see you on another one.